All right, second gear, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! That's pretty close. All right, here it is, Multistrada V4S with the optional spoked wheel kit. Just got done test riding the bike and I am thoroughly impressed. The engine has an incredible smoothness to it. Compared to the 1260, I'm going to say that this bike feels much faster, above 6,000 RPM. But then when you're below that, it just feels a lot more rideable in that it's not as grunty and it just has more smoothness to it. The ergonomics on the bike are way better than the 1260. You're more upright. The seat has got better cushion on it, and the distance between the peg and the seat is longer, so your knee is a lot more comfortable. There is a ton of wind protection that you get from this new windscreen, and the shape of the tank also does a lot to keep the wind off your body, and you feel just in a bubble, which makes the bike a lot quieter, and then you just feel warmer because you're not out in the wind. The dash is beautiful. It is a really clear picture. This pocket is one of my favorite things. It's really big. You can fit a full-size phone. Mine's small. You can fit it nicely in there. We did the pop-tart test earlier and it fit 2 pop-tarts with ease. This is the heated seat. It takes a little while to warm up, but once it gets warm, it is super nice. The bags are interesting. They have a new mounting system, so they float a little bit, which I think makes them a little bit more durable. The bike's got the Stylema Brembo calipers that debuted first on the Panigale V4. Braking felt pretty good on the bike. I think the increased weight of the rim especially made the brake feel the same as the 1260, but it didn't have as much bite as on the V4. The bike's got a really long swing arm, and so it stays planted under hard acceleration. It gives the bike a lot of drive under heavy throttle. It doesn't want to wheelie as quickly as the 1260 does. Look at that ground clearance. Much better skid plate than the 1260. It completely covers underneath. I really like the center stand. The center stand on the previous multis had a tendency of being right where your heel was when you're on the ball of your foot on the foot peg when you're riding aggressively. This one they've moved it back a little bit, and then just the feel of it is very satisfying. It's just nice. Suspension felt great. I love that it has the new auto leveling feature with preload adjustment. So instead of having to go in and manually adjust for having loaded bags or having a passenger, you can simply push this button here and I can show you. So it's got an auto leveling setup. So before, on the other multis, you can change between 4 different preload settings for the rear shock, but with auto leveling, it does it for you if you have the bags loaded up or if you have a passenger hop on. The DRLs, very cool signature for Ducati. You can turn them on and off with this button here. Let's take a look. So that's a lower setting, maybe a nighttime setting, but we're in higher DRL setting. Very cool. The engine on this bike is a variation of the 1100 motor from the V4 Superbike. One cool feature is that these rear 2 cylinders shut themselves off when the bike is at a stop to reduce heat onto the rider's legs. And I didn't notice any sort of power lag or interruption when coming to a stop or starting back up again. The spoked wheels on the bike felt really strong and definitely had no issue going over heavy bumps. They're gonna have this. Also, they have the cast wheel version, and From what we heard, rumor is that there is going to be a 17-inch front wheel option, which would give the bike the same rim size as the Multistrada 1260. My impressions of the bike is that it is a incredible touring bike. It would be fantastic for doing some off-roading with that extra ground clearance and those stronger rims. So depending on how you're using the bike, I feel like if you're going to rack up a lot of miles, do a lot of touring, maybe do a lot of commuting, this thing would be more suitable than the 1260. Cool. Oh man, it feels weird to get off the V4 Multi and get back on this. It seems like I just went back in time. Thanks for tuning in to the channel again. Hope you liked watching this video. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button and commenting and subscribing. If you like this type of video, stay tuned for more rides and bike reviews. I'm hoping to do a review on the new Monster when that arrives later on this spring. We'll see you next time. Peace.